promos that's available in Australia. And she's actually a success builder at the moment, and yeah, just going for the promos there. So absolute product lover, love her journey, losing weight. And then the next one, she is also in Netherlands. So I found her online from a South Africans in Netherlands group, and then just sent a friend request, invited her to a challenge. And she told me that she's very skeptic. And I said, don't worry, let's start you on a 5-day challenge. And at the moment, she's also helping other people to live a healthy lifestyle. So just incredibly proud of her. She already lost 10 kilograms as well. Then the next one is a brand new supervisor. She qualified last month as a supervisor as well. I actually sent an invitation to a 5-day challenge, and she referred me to one of her friends. So the friend wanted to sign up, and I went back to her and say, listen, she told me she needed an income. So she actually started for the business opportunity income. She's also in Netherlands, and yeah, she's helping friends and family on a healthy lifestyle. So just incredibly proud of her. Then the next one is someone from social media as well. But with her, I had a conversation just asking what does she want more, maybe more discount on her products. Maybe she wants she's just a product lover, or maybe she wants an income. And she said she would love some discount on the products. And yeah, she's actually joining challenges with more than 6 people, lost incredible weight herself and changing other people's lives just to have more discount and also earning an income on the way while having more discount. Then the next one actually came because I went to Tenerife on vacation, watching our social media, got a question, listen, what are you doing? I also want to go on holiday. I need time, freedom, flexibility. So I hope he's here tonight for the very first time, already a qualified producer within his first month that he started. So yeah, I think the big thing is just conversations, invitations, and customer care will lead you to helping people, whether it is in a health loss or health or wealth. Thank you so much. Back to you, Isabel.
Absolutely, absolutely brilliant. So guys, just think back to the slide that we had up where we shared there's you doing your own 500 and Elsie does that without a shadow of a doubt with their kids and everything, using the products, but teaching other people. And eventually you have this massive, massive royalty growth, hence get 2.5. It's just duplicating what you're doing. So your follow-up is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. So next slide, please, Dan. Okay. So you've done your 500. Now what happens? Well, obviously you guys, it's a no-brainer. You do your own 500 every single month, 500 PPV, okay? And you find customers, you have the invitations and you have the conversations. And then you duplicate that, okay? So how do you do that? You follow up, build relationships. Elsie mentioned that perfectly. It's relationships, finding out what people want, very important, not what you want, what they want, and you help them get what they achieve. Jim Rohn always says, if you help more people get what they want, you'll get everything that you want. Make sure people fall in love with the product. Okay, help them to get results. And I was just reminded again today, I've got a new girl on a 5-day challenge, and they, new people know nothing. And you can have 28 years and you think, now surely I've sent you the video, I've showed you how and everything, and when you speak, you get, sorry, how many scoops again? Just guys, you've just got to help them get results and fall in love with those products. So they're not taking the products correctly, that's your job. You need to make sure they do that. Convert your customers to PCX, get them into the 120 points promotion for consistency, because you know what? Everybody loves free rewards. Everybody loves doing something to get something for nothing. And that's a big, big promo, okay? Get referrals. It's big for you. That's one way of building your business. You've heard Elsie when she was saying how she got her producers. She had a friend. She got people on challenges with her. That's how you start building, okay? And then very, very important to expose the business opportunity to people. Always ask. Have the conversation. You getting a result on the product. How incredible is that? Do you want to earn an income? Is there anybody else who wants the same results as you? Okay. You convert to distributor and you duplicate. That's how you build a royalty. That's how you do. All start with your own 500 PPV. Okay. So next slide, please, Dan. This you want to take a screenshot of, because if you want to change your pin, if you're sitting on the call and you're brand new, okay, you need to know how many producers you need within your team to get you from where you are. If you're a supervisor on the call, okay, then you basically, and you want to do your 2.5 every single month, because that's when you collect the full 5% royalty. You need 1 to 3 people in the club. You saw that slide. If you want to get on the vacations and qualify for all of the rewards, you need 3 to 5 people doing. And that's why you see Elsu's always got 3, 4, 5 people doing 500, hence vacation qualifier, hence going on the cruise. Okay, so that's what you need. If you want to join the 10K club, that if you want to get to change PIN and you want to get to the global expansion team, 16 to 20 people in your team doing 500 get you to Get Team. Take a screenshot, have that up on your vision board. Okay, so before we introduce our special guest, let me just talk to you guys about promotions, because this is how you build your business. I am so super excited about tonight's call and also about next month's call, okay? Because with Margaret Skitter, guys, I met Margaret when she qualified in 2022, Get 2.5. She did her first month to get to the Future Presidents team in Lisbon, okay? And we sat with Margaret. The challenges she had getting there, that in itself is a training on its own, when you can actually do the business when major obstacles are thrown your way. I can remember sitting having dinner with her in Lisbon. I don't know if Marge will remember that, you know, but yeah, that was just absolutely phenomenal. And she has built the most incredible, stable organization. You know, she does not miss her Get 2.5 check. She is just such an incredible woman. A teacher, works around the business around your kids. This is a school you definitely don't want to miss. So that's next month. Do your own 500, but bring people with you. There's the clue. Bring people with you. Okay, so that's our next 500 PPV school. And next slide, please, Dan. Next promo. And this lady is just phenomenal. I am so super excited about our supervisor school on the 17th of July, okay? So you've got time. If you're new on the call, you've seen, get a couple of people to do 500 and qualify with this call, because we have got our president's team member, executive president's team member, Catherine Artman, who's going to do our supervisor call on the 17th of July. Her journey is absolutely phenomenal, from where she's come to the powerful businesswoman she is, with president's team in her organization. This is a lady that you can actually learn from, okay? Open to all supervisors and above. Diarize that call. It's all about building the business event to event, okay? That is what the name of the game is. The next big event we've got is next weekend. We've got our masterclasses, Business Basic Masterclass in Johannesburg and in Cape Town. Still time to qualify at the Indaba Hotel and in Cape Town, the 2 in Johannesburg, running simultaneously. So please make sure you have your tickets, because this event is going to give you the basics. Because, you know, sometimes we sit in Herbalife and we think to ourselves, there has to be a secret. How did Elsu just qualify Get 2.5? You know what I mean? How are these guys doing this? What is the secret? Guys, it's getting back to basics. It's basically using the products, wearing the branding, which is having the conversations and talking to people, having those conversations, you know. So let's hear the basics. Let's hear from the movers and shakers and get to the next big event. And this is all leading up to, next slide, please, Dan, in South Africa anyway, is our 30th anniversary. It's the Summer Spectacular. Our special guest, absolutely amazing. I don't know if anybody remembers, is Super Mario. What an incredible special guest to have, okay? So this is what my focus would be for the next 90 days, is really focus on the Summer Spectacular. We're never going to have another 30th anniversary in South Africa ever again, okay? I was speaking to a new girl today and she said to me, I can't find this event ticket, but long story short, she's got her ticket. This is what I'm talking to anybody who's serious about supplementing their income, changing PINs. This is where you need to be, okay? And when I introduce our special guest tonight, you're going to hear how she makes sure she qualifies for the gala dinners, qualifies, and comes up from East London to all the events, okay? So make sure you've got that in your diary. That's going to be phenomenal at Emperor's Palace, our Summer Spectacular. Don't forget, we've got the EMEA extravaganza in September. That's going to be at in Budapest. That's on the 26th, 27th, 28th of September. And then obviously the supervisor getaway promotion. Take a screenshot of this, and then the vacation for 2026. That's our vacation, okay? The biggest tip I can give you on all the promotions is you want to join the Herbalife Premier League and qualify. That's really what you want to do. All right. So with that, those are our promotions. I hope you've all got that. I'm now going to share the screen. Just give me a minute while I get up our special guest slides. Oh, I did have it here. Just give me a minute. Ah, there we go. And I'm going to share sound. Bear with me. I will get this all sorted out. Okay. While I'm chatting, I actually want to just say, I'm going to make it, oh, I lost my video. Just give me a minute. Slideshow. We did test this and it did work. Ah, there we go. Okay, so our special guest this evening is somebody who is just absolutely, she blows me away every single week. Actually, we have a strategy and planning call with her. And she is major consistency. As I was telling them on the pre-meet, what I did with our special guest, I actually ran her volume for the last 3 years. On average, she does 3,498. So let's call it 3,500 volume points. Has never in 3 years, guys, how's this for an achievement, missed her 2.5, okay? And when she goes through her training, she's going to actually give you guys the mindset. She's just absolutely phenomenal. I'm so privileged to have her in my organization. The fact that we can now get to work together, you know, and as much as I know her and I love her, today I really got to know her full story, and it was just absolutely blown me away. So without further ado, it's not about me. It's about this incredible woman who I'm very privileged to introduce. Please help me welcome up active world team member, NOMONDE Dukashishweni. Ones I can never say your surname, but I'm just going to play this little video.
Ngilapha nje akusikuthanda kwami uthanda kwenkosi nabakithi abalele ngilapha nje akusikuthanda kwami uthanda kwenkosi nabakithi abalele ngoba abanye bayasokola ikati lele siko.
Over to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Izzy, for such an amazing introduction. Good evening, everyone. That is my song. And for those who don't understand what it means, it's about gratitude. Gratitude for being alive, for everything you have, because the things you complain about in your life right now, there's someone who's praying hard for them. The things we take for granted. So that's all it's about. I come to this call today, not as an individual, but with my family, my ancestors behind me. Massive congratulations to all the qualifiers, the brand new people who qualify for the 500 PPV call for the first time. Well done. And the 500 PPV is the baseline of our business. It shows that you are using the products and you are helping some customers. And that is how you build your business month from month and get other people duplicating what you do. And my name is NOMONDE Dukashishweni. I'm based in East London. I'm a former high school tourism educator with a master's degree in education. What did I do? Okay. With a master's degree in education, I'm the last born of 6 children. And when you come to a home with 5 other elder children before you, you learn to be assertive at an early age, to have a voice. That is what I learned earlier. And like any African child, I went to school. I went to college to get my teacher's diploma, and then I got to work, and then I later furthered my studies part-time. In our tradition, we give back to the family. So I spent my first decade of my teaching career giving back to my family. And then because of that, on the second decade of my career, I was blessed with an amazing husband. And together, we're blessed with 2 boys, 2 cars, 2 dogs, and a home of our own. That is my family. It's my husband and our 2 boys, aged 25 and 22. And I am truly grateful. Next slide, Izzy. This picture was taken 8 months before Herbalife found me, way back in 2012. When Herbalife found me, I was already fit and active. I was relatively eating healthy. My ratio was 20-80, which is 20% nutrition and 80% exercise. And I was feeling, I thought I was on top form. Because of that, I was struggling with energy. I was juggling so many things at the same time. As a teacher, I was paid well. I'm not going to lie. It's just that I had more responsibilities that I had to do. For some reason, the money that was paid to my account was not enough. So I ended up doing other things. I sold the Tupperware dishes. I sold AMC pots. I sold shoes at some point. And I thought I was okay because I achieved most of the things that I thought I deserved at the time. But I was struggling with energy. So a lady at the gym told me about a fat-burning energy tea from Herbalife. At that point, I knew nothing about Herbalife and I didn't care, but I wanted the tea because if it could give me energy and burn fat, that was for me because I was always watching my weight, doing all sorts of diets to make sure that I maintain my weight, which was very difficult. Next slide. Okay, the lady at the gym gave me someone's number to call. I called the lady. She said she's gonna come back to me, which she never did. And because I wanted tea, I went online and found my now sponsor, Cheryl Evans. She booked an appointment. I went to her office to buy tea. And I walked out of her office with a member pack and a couple of other products on top. These are the lessons I learned from my sponsor when I started the business. These are the things she did right with me. The first thing she did was she used the products herself massively. And from using the products, she got massive results and became attractive in the marketplace. I went in her office with confidence, thinking I'm on top form, until I saw her story. I was blown away by her results. And the second thing she did was to invest in her business. She had a Tanita scanner, which when she put me on the scanner said I was 2 years older than my actual age, which took a knock on me and got my attention. And the second investment she made on her business, she had products on stock. I went there to buy tea. I came out of the office with a member pack and some additional products on top because she painted the picture, and because of her results, I thought I want to look good. And if this thing can help me, I will take whatever it is that she was offering me at that time. The third lesson was she presented the opportunity on our first meeting. I closed the door on the face of the opportunity. I was not interested, but I took the discount because she said if I register, I would get a discount and buy my products on discount. I took the discount, but I knew that I did not need the opportunity because I thought I was okay. The fourth lesson, she kept the communication channels open. Through over a year and a half, I rejected the opportunity. I was not interested. But she would send me odd messages. I was not using the products full time. I love the tea. I love the shakes because they kept me feeling full, which is they killed all the cravings that I used to have from all my other diets. So I loved the feeling, but I was not 100% committed on using the products because I was exercising and I thought that was fine. She did not take the rejection personally. When she offered me the opportunity and I said no, she knew that that was not the right time for me, which means no is not no forever. And a year and a half later, when my circumstances changed, I was able to go back to her and ask her about the opportunity. And she invited me to meetings. Very crucial. She invited me to meetings, encouraged me to go to meetings. I didn't go at first, but eventually when I did, that is when I saw the bigger picture. And the last thing, not the last one, but the last point for this one, it's about recognition. She was big on recognition. She was so excited about everything. She used to annoy me at times. She was so excited. I remember one evening when I qualified supervisor, we went to Joburg to my first LWG, and we're sharing a room. She woke me up at 2 a.m. so excited. "NOMONDE, you just got paid from Herbalife." Remember, I was still a teacher at that time, and April was my birthday month where you get your bonus. So when she said I got paid, and looking at her excitement, I said, "How much?" She said 200 and something rands. I was so annoyed. You wake me up for 200 rands. And at that time, I did not know how big this thing was. So I will forever be grateful for her for doing these things right with me at the beginning. Next slide. The second picture is December 2013. If you can look back on the first one, when Herbalife came into my life, I was that confident. But I found myself looking like the maid of honor on a wedding on that picture in December 2013. In March, I got injured. I couldn't exercise for 6 months. It was bad. And I got to a point where I did everything that year, doctors, everything, but there was nothing positive. I got to a point where in December, I sat and looked at myself in the mirror. I was not happy. And I looked at the possibilities of me not being able to exercise ever again, because exercise was my strong point. And it was in that moment when I remembered that the lady said something about an opportunity where I can make money. I know these products work, but I knew that if I was going to depend on them full time, use them full time, I was not going to afford. And the rest is history. Next slide, Izzy. This is my why. This is my initial why. The reason I came to Herbalife, I wanted energy, and Herbalife gave me more. That is the products. But for the business opportunity, I opened the door to the business opportunity because I wanted to reclaim my body back. I wanted to look good. I wanted to look good and feel good, because nothing tastes as good as being healthy and fit. So these are the results I have achieved on the products. The Flex 45 one, the picture on the right was taken when Flex 45 was launched. And it has been an amazing journey on the products. Next slide, Izzy. My initial why was me. And then as I got into the business, I got to understand the power of the products. I introduced my whole family. And these are my boys in 2015 on the picture on the right. They use the products, and because of the products, they excelled in karate. And they were both selected to represent South Africa in Canada in 2017. The next slide, Izzy. They became part of Team South Africa in Canada in 2017, which is something I would never have dreamed of if it wasn't for Herbalife. And another, the biggest thing that I'm grateful for is through Herbalife. When growing up, when I qualified as a teacher, I never thought that I could be present for my children. But because of the Herbalife opportunity, I was able to spend the most crucial years, the teenage years, with my boys. I was there when my son had his first crush on a girl. He came to me because I knew the girl from karate, and he came to me and told me about it. I gave him tips. I was there when he got his first heartbreak from a girl I knew as well. So it's something I couldn't have done without being part of doing the Herbalife business. That is priceless. I was able to take them to school. I was able to be part of their activities. For that, I will be forever grateful. Next slide, Izzy. And this guy, this is my rock. This is the wind beneath my wings. This is the guy I married. This is the guy, when I came back from my first LWG as a brand new supervisor, I said to him, I want to do this thing full time. I was so excited. And he said, go ahead. The guy who has been with me through all the ups and downs I've been through in the business. And I built the first 6 months of my business, I built using my sponsors' results because I didn't have any results to share. So I was sharing her story to get customers. And when I got my husband into the program, he lost a massive 15 kgs. And that took my business to the Active Well team. So I will forever be grateful for him. Next slide, Izzy. Qualify for everything. I've been around for over 10 years now. I've qualified for most things. Like Izzy said, for me to go to the meetings, LWGs, I travel from East London, and it's a lot of money. So one thing I make sure that I don't have supper on a Friday because there's a gala dinner. Every time I go to a Herbalife event, there is a gala dinner. So supper is on them. And the best gala dinner I had was the last one from the last LWG. It was on my birthday. I could brag because Herbalife threw this party for me. So it has been amazing. I've qualified on the first picture on the left. That was the Active Well Team experience in Prague. The bottom picture was a fully paid vacation in Greece in 2017. The pictures in the middle is from the recent cruise that we went to with Herbalife. And then these are the pictures from the last gala dinner that we had at the LWG, and a picture with the special guest at the bottom. Next slide, Izzy. The products are the stars of the show. My injury was so bad. It was so bad. I got to a point where I couldn't, my lower back was messed up. I got to a point where I couldn't lift anything. I couldn't run. I couldn't do basically anything. And then as I was recovering, fortunately, I was using the products. As I was recovering, I had a bicycle. The bicycle on the top corner there. I used to ride that bicycle. I started with 5 kilometers, 10, and the longest distance I did on that bicycle which I was so proud, was 20 kilometers. At least it kept me active because I knew that I needed to keep my fitness because I couldn't do other things. And then that changed when I met these guys in the center. I met one guy. I was recruited into a club, and I joined a club of crazy people. On that bicycle, I did my first 120 kilometers on the bicycle on top there. At that time, the guys I was riding with were on road bikes, the top of the range bikes. But because I was using Herbalife, the full black range, I was able to compete with those guys in their fancy bicycles. And the longest distance I've done on a bike was 165 kilometers in one day using the Herbalife products. And I forgot to tell you that I'm 53 years old now. Next slide, Izzy. Through my education, as a teacher, I studied throughout my life. But I never came across personal development. I only came across personal development when I came to Herbalife. And at the beginning, things were said, and most things didn't make sense, for example. But as the years passed and life happened, all the lessons that I got from the personal development is what carried me through to still be sitting here today. Next slide, Izzy. They're saying that Herbalife chooses the strongest person in the family, and I can attest to that. As the last born in the family, I quickly climbed up the ladder to take full responsibility of my entire family. Life will test you. When you have big dreams, the universe does not just give, it will test you to see how serious you are about your dreams. The picture on the left here was LWG in 2019, March 2019. My son was at vets at that time during first year. He was a brand new supervisor. I was excited. The future was so bright. I could see him in the business working hand in hand. We took that picture in that event. I came back. I flew back on a Sunday afternoon. I flew back home, and then on Monday morning, I was so excited. I had a plan. You know when you come from an event high up, knowing exactly what you are supposed to do to go to the next level. And the first call I got on that morning was a call that said, my nephew has passed on at 20-year-old. And my plans flew out of the window. We had to focus on the arrangements of the funeral and all of that. I forgot about the plans I had. And you know, when you are in pain, it's so as difficult as it is. But the pity, when the pity party, it's a place that we tend to stay and be comfortable in. Next slide, Izzy. The first one happened in the March LWG, and then I eventually managed to get myself back again. And then this picture on this slide was taken on the July LWG, the same year in 2019. It's new in my son again, excited, moving on. And then the picture on the center there was taken on a Sunday morning. On Saturday, I receive a call from home. This is my mom sitting with me in bed on the right. I receive a call from home on Saturday evening saying my mom is not well. They rushed her to hospital. I'm in Joburg. There's nothing I can do. Take her to hospital. And then on Sunday morning, on my way to the event, the call comes in. My mom has passed on. I was devastated. I had two choices, either to break down or to continue with the event. And at this point, I understood that I can't change it. So I continued. I took this picture. I knew that my mother has passed on. I switched off my phone because I didn't want to get any calls from anyone. But I'm so grateful for Herbalife because every time I think of my mother, I remember her with a grateful heart because I was able to spend the last 5 years of her life with us full time. I was there whenever she needed me. I was there. There was nothing I couldn't do for her because of this opportunity. The pig in the picture there, that's Herbalife tea. She loved the products. She loved the products. She was my biggest fan. Next slide, Izzy. When it rains, it pours. You know, I don't know what your situation is right now. You know, I don't know what you're going through in the call, but whatever it is that you're going through, whatever season that you're going through, keep pedaling. Keep pedaling. Keep your nose above the water and pedal forward because nothing stays forever. If it's winter now, summer will come eventually. Doesn't matter how long it takes, but it will come eventually. And throughout the trials that I've been through, I've learned through personal development in Herbalife, I always choose happiness. I always choose to be happy. I got to a point where I learned to smile through the tears, no matter how bad a situation is. Next slide, Izzy. You know, this is number 5. I'm number 6. This is number 5. The one person that got me. This is my brother. When we lost him in 2022, that's when I got rock bottom. I promised myself I was not going to cry. Stop it, Izzy. Stop it. I promised myself I was not going to cry. In 2022, I got a rock bottom when I lost my brother. I found myself in Johannesburg to identify his body and make the arrangements to take him home. And in the midst of that, on a Friday evening, I looked at some of our groups and I saw that there was a BBS where Junior Koza was a guest speaker. On the right side, this is the family. This is the Herbalife family, the power of the Herbalife family. I went to the event and the people that I have on the picture, it's my brother's son on the far right, and one of my members in Joburg, and we went to the event, and for a moment, I could forget the main reason why I went to Johannesburg. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. It took me a long time. In fact, it's a struggle every day. Next slide is. I buried my brother in June, and this is the LWG in 2022. This is my upline sponsor, Easy. It's about the Herbalife family. You know, I've never felt any love like I've felt in this company. You know, and I'm sure there's something wrong with the water that we drink so much. I've never cried like I've cried in this company. But I'm so grateful for the Herbalife family. Next slide, Izzy. The lady on the left is, I met her at Prague on our Active Well Team experience. And we've been friends since. She's a sideline, which is what I appreciate most about the Herbalife community. The support you get from sidelines, people who have nothing to gain from your activity. The picture at the center, last week I found myself in Port Elizabeth, and I called Sisniki. I met Sisniki in Mthatha when we were doing the BBSs back in the day. And I called her and said, Sisniki, I'm in PE. Do you have 30 minutes? She dropped everything. She came to pick me up from the hotel, and we landed in Anthony Latter's club. Herbalife people are unique. You know, that the love is genuine. Anthony, they welcomed us with open arms. We didn't book an appointment. We're not their clients, but they welcomed us with open arms. They didn't know who I was, but the love we received from the club, you can only get it from Herbalife. Next slide is. Next slide, Izzy.
It's there.
Okay. Herbalife has set promotions in place for us to help us with the business. The Flex 45 has been a game changer for me because for me it was like a job description. Because you know, when you are from a formal employment, you know what to do. As a teacher, you have periods, so you know exactly what you need to do. So for me, this was like a job description telling us exactly what we're supposed to do. The first one is use the products to get the results, because without the results, you have no business, because you are the business. And then complete at least 20 minutes of personal development, which is, we have a library full of Jim Rohn, Mark Hughes that you can listen to. We have books that you can read on personal development, and also complete at least 20 minutes of physical exercise that you can do every day. It's possible. 20 minutes of intentional exercise. You can break it down, but by knowing that this is something that I can tick, that I've done, it gave me some order of my days. And then starting 5 new conversations with prospects, which is a bare minimum of what we're supposed to be doing on a daily basis, especially if we say we want to build a business. Sharing the Herbalife products with at least one new prospect when this was launched, I used the new shake, salted caramel. I sampled it in small containers using the vegan PDM and the regular PDM. Because when you ask someone, can you, I'm doing this comparison between these two products. Can you sample? For me, I got lots of positive response from that because it was an easy way of approaching people without expecting anything from them. And then it was a great conversation starter. And then that is sharing the Herbalife products with prospects and sharing the business opportunity with at least one prospect. Because without people, there is no business. And we can never go anywhere up the marketing plan. And then the last step is to post an update. It's something that commits you to the world. Let the world know what you do. I remember Eric Warre saying that we are so shy about the company when it is the best company in the world. So by posting that update, you are letting the world know that you are into something. So it's amazing promotions, and it is up to us to take advantage of them. Am I not that easy? I think that was my last slide. Thank you.
I'm just going to stop sharing. I mean, I just want to, when we were just going through your slides this afternoon, and I heard everything that you've gone through, and the fact that you're here and that you are consistent, and as one of the key people in the team, do average of 3.5 going through all those. You never know what's going on in the background. So I just I want everybody, I'm going to unmute everybody. I can't follow that other than to say immense gratitude for doing and being our special guest and sharing your journey with us. Because sometimes, we forget that there's so many people out there, going out there, making a difference, and then, I don't know what's in the Herbalife water. We just all cry, and I can just, from my heart to yours, big virtual hug for everything. And I can't wait to see you at Summer Spectacular. Tickets are booked, you know what I mean? So thank you. You can read the comments. Everybody is just like blown away. So I'm going to unmute everybody if I can. And we all say thank you to NOMONDE, and good night, everybody. We'll see you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you, NOMONDE.
I love your story.
Thank you, NOMONDE.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, NOMONDE.
Say.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So,
Brilliant.
well done.